I'm afraid that in the busyness of our lives, we just don't give ourselves enough time to get away and to think and dream and create. Hey guys, you know what? The day-to-day life and ministry and work, it can get a little overwhelming at times. And whether you are a ministry leader, a marketplace leader, whether you're in education, whether you're in sales, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, dad, you know what? Just the day-to-day routine can get to be a little bit much at times. And I'm shooting this video today from a conference in California where I am ministering to a lot of great KidMin leaders and preschool teachers. And I'm just reminded that no matter what you do, it is imperative that you take some time and you get away and you reflect and you think on the good things that are happening and the dreams that you have and the adjustments that you need to make. It is essential. It's been said that you need to come apart or you'll come apart. And I'm afraid that in the busyness of our lives, we just don't give ourselves enough time to get away and to think and dream and create. Because we live in survival mode, and I understand it. Just like you, I have a family, I have ministry responsibilities, I have a job. We try to keep these 22 balls that we have in the air at one time, and we try to spin all of these plates, and they are all important plates to spin. They're all important balls, but when we live in survival mode, just trying to get by and just trying to survive today and get through tomorrow and survive through next Sunday, and what happens is we don't step back and really renew our spirit and refresh our soul and have time to just hear from the Lord. And so here's my challenge for you today. I want you to really think about your schedule. I want you to really think about your calendar. I want you to really think about the things that you have going on in your life and how much time are you taking just to come apart, just to think and just to dream and just to reflect on all that God is doing for you and all that God is doing in your life and the areas where He's challenging you and wanting you to grow and the new things that He has for you. Maybe you can't get away at a conference like this for several days, but maybe you can take an extra hour on your lunch break. Maybe you can leave work an hour or two early or wake up a little bit early. Maybe you can take a day. Maybe it's time to just dedicate some time in your schedule to listen to some new podcasts, to read some new books, to make some new friends, to take a drive, to take a walk in the woods, just to have some time to allow the Lord to speak to you. Now, I'm all for being busy and I'm all for working hard and I'm all for hustling and I'm all for doing everything you can to make the biggest impact you can, but you never want to do that at the expense of what really matters the most. And if you aren't careful, you'll go, only to find yourself burning out one day, only to find yourself exhausted, only to look back and think, man, I've been going hard, but what have I done? There's a principle in the scripture, it's called the Sabbath principle. And the idea is that you need to take some time and you need to rest. Now, the purpose of this talk is not to teach you on the Sabbath, but there is definitely a Sabbath principle in the Bible. If God took a day to rest, you and I need to take a day to rest. We need some time to pause, to reflect, to give thanks, to allow the Lord to speak to our hearts and minister to our hearts. And if we don't own it, if we don't choose it's going to happen, I am going to get away, even if it's just for an hour, even if it's just for one day, right? I'm going to do it, and it's going to be a priority in my life. If we don't choose to do that, no one else will. Friends, I want the best for you. I'm so grateful for you. I want you to live an amazing life, to make a big impact in your community and in your family and in your ministry and whatever you do. But I'm committed to this, friends. Listen, that if you are going to make it to the end, you've got to make sure that you take some time and that you renew your spirit, that you refresh your soul, that you have some time to think and dream and be around people that are going to help you get better.